Hello guys, hello family, welcome again to my channel. It's your boy here Ernesto. Guys, today's video is gonna be amazing and fantastic over here. As you can see, I'm in the G Castro. It's G Castro. So right now I'm just I came here just to see what is popping up. So guys, just keep on watching this amazing and fantastic video as I have my friends here. We are going to chit chat. Everything it will be fantastic, guys. So keep tuned, watch this amazing and fantastic video until the end. Remember to like, comment in a positive way, or just comment what you feel that is please you. Just comment anything. Before I continue with this amazing video, I have my friends here. First, you can introduce yourselves, then we'll be continuing.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, hello guys, hello family, welcome and welcome back to this amazing YouTube channel, to Ernesto YouTube channel. My name goes to It Is Gati. Please consider to subscribe, like. It is Gati, yeah?
It's Gati.
It is Gati.
Yeah.
Please consider to subscribe, like and comment to this amazing YouTube channel. You'll get the amazing content from there. So we deal with everything, lifestyle, animals and everything, guys. So the genie piggy. Okay. Yeah. So I'm okay. Yeah. My name goes with It Is Gati. Consider to subscribe, like and share and comment. Yeah. Thank you so much for hosting me at your YouTube channel.
Yeah. So guys, he has a YouTube channel, goes by It's Gati. It was Lucas the Traveler, but he decided to change the channel to Lucas Gati. Not It's Gati.
Yeah.
It's Gati. Lucas Gati, guys. Actually, I'm using his full name. So he decided to change the channel to It's Gati because there is two channels, Lucas the Traveler and the Only.
And It's Gati.
It's Gati.
Yeah.
So guys, I have another guy here. You can.
Yes, I go by the name Lumumba Junior. Yeah. Actually, I usually call myself the animal lover himself.
Yeah.
Because basically my YouTube channel, I do something like lifestyle. You can see me interacting with animals. Sometimes just giving people advice about their animal, veterinary insight. Remember guys, I told you I never went to school, but it's just gift from God. I just gained that knowledge from maybe seeing what people do in a farm. I started like a shamba boy. Make sure as we progress, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Lumumba Junior. Thank you guys. Thank you Ernesto for welcoming me to your channel. Yeah. Yes.
So guys, si tuna and guys, not forgetting our real G is here.
Yeah, bro. What's up, man?
Wagwan.
Everything is good.
Everything is fantastic over
Are we
here.
looking good? Or we are looking characteristically fantastic? Yeah, that's no problem. Due to unconditional circumstances of the phone, we have to bear with the circumstances.
Yeah.
Let him get a GoPro. Don't worry, even me, I'm that way.
Don't worry about that one.
Exactly.
So what happened to your GoPro?
Oh, the GoPro.
Hand over.
No, they never hand over it because of some 2-3 shenanigans of and the telenovela over here and there.
Yeah,
But
sure.
that one doesn't bother us much because what we need is to get straight, get the panel, let's make it happen. That's what we need. Yeah. So how is everything, bro?
Everything is
That's
fantastic.
been so long, man.
Not that long, because sometimes I do came here without I didn't found you because you know some.
Oh yeah, much of responsibility here and there. Yeah. Do you know how many jobs are working here right now, man? Do you know how many people are here?
A lot of them.
More than 20, man.
So
working.
we
Because
can,
we have
we can
department.
go around.
Yeah, there's no problem.
Yeah.
You can just start about. We have departments here.
Yeah.
We are having plumbing.
Yeah.
We are having it's called lumberization. You know lumberization? Not now. Yeah, lumberization. Yeah, and also we have the welding. Yeah, it's ongoing, and much of the top masons that they are making sure that everything is coming out. Exactly. So also we have the levelers. There are people who are just leveling the roads here to make sure that everything is so fantastic. Exactly.
Now the is clear now.
Yeah, it's a road, a red road there.
Yeah.
Exactly, the Maram Road. You
The
can call
Maram.
it there. Exactly. So we have much of the people still working here to make sure that they're gonna be getting some 2-3 wages here, so they can just sustain their sustainabilities of today. So that's the best method we're gonna be using to make sure much of the people are getting something good here. Yeah. So wherever you're coming from, thank you very much for you being locked here and tuned. It's underscore to back again to the root of today. We are gonna be making sure we're surprising and making other things to have and to run. So today, welcome. I have not welcomed you here. Yeah, welcome and feel fantastic and feel characteristically good and feel at home because much of the things are still coming, and here we are to update you what's really coming on and what are we really accomplishing at what moment, at which race, and making sure that we're going to be getting straight to the point. Yeah, man. Yeah, so as far as everything is in concern, as we start from this kind of the side here, as you can just check out the G-Castle layer, we have installed the grills. These are the grills. Much of the people are going to be talking about, oh, we have some windows here. These are just the grills.
The grills.
Yeah, the grills only.
So it's not a window.
A grilled window. Grill only. It cannot be installed window. Talk about some glasses here, but we have the aluminium glasses. Talk about the aluminium windows that are going to be coming out, making sure that this just are creating as a security barrier, so as we can just not have anybody intruding, because the glass you can hit it this way and get in like a safari ride.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. But
So
this one here, it's just for protection.
So for me, I was taught that only we the mirror that it will be here.
No. This one cannot be inserted a mirror or anything like that one. But it's just a grilled that way. So it's just grilled and it's put inside. So as if it could be talk about the final product, it could be at the middle or the outer edge, but it's just from inside. Exactly. So that's the best way. We have just put it here to make sure that we are just having some security pattern preserved here. And also from there, we're gonna be we have the G-Castle inside. Still, we have much of the operation going in there. I talk about the plumbing, and for much not disturbing the match, we can just talk about the plumbing is ongoing, and that was the best method that I've talked about. Gonna be having some plumbing and blendering. Blendering gonna be coming because we are still ongoing with the power. So there, having some lumberization getting on, and we're gonna be making sure that everything is just stuck to the point here. So as we go back to the other panel, so and to this kind of the party, much of the people are going to be talking about, oh, Gintu, why is it just looking like a hole here? This is a place that we're going to be having ornamental fish ponds here to make sure that everything is so fantastic.
Yeah, so just for those
ornamental for it's just for recreational, and for an eyesight, you understand? And it's gonna be the eye impression. It's just put from the main road here, to make sure that whenever a person can just reach here, we're gonna be having to see it as faster. And for the people gonna be getting to inside, because we're gonna be having also something like let's talk about the stairs. We're gonna be having double stairs here. Talk about the stairs over going up and the flat stair, to make sure that much of the people can just come with a wheelchair, something like that one, can just get an entry to the main point there. So that's the best method that I have just used here. So this kind of the side here, we're having much of we can talk about much of some pollution. Talk about pollution here. Talk about the noise pollution a little bit, but it's a little bit of the grilling, to make grinding, to make sure that just grinding much of the metals here to apply the paint. Exactly, that's what it just contains. So when we go there, we cannot even hear much of the things how they come. So the operations are ongoing. We cannot stop them. So as far as everything is in concern, everything is just going on good, and much of the people are just locked in and supporting. We have to talk about we are moving forward despite that we have some challenges, 2-3 challenges here. We are not baffled with such kind of the things, and we are not indulged with such kind of the things here. Those are just the meanders of the day to make us not to move. But for the people who have less heart, they can talk about, oh, there's this kind of the YouTube stand. And much of the people that have done it, it's not much easier for a person to
continue while there's demoralization backside, talk about a disgracing backside. Somebody can just feel like you are not treated in a way that you need. So much of the people have just gotten out. If we just talk about how we started it, and much of the people started it, and the people I got onto the platform, much of them, they have just talked about, they have surrendered because of some of the issues you can never know, minor issues, temporary issues, economical issues, because even the YouTube platform needs a lot of money for you to do much of the videos here and there. So for us to be here, we can talk about the first thing is we respect each and everybody who is just supporting us and making sure that we are just moving forward. But you asked me a question here, talking about Gintu, how did it happen? Talk about the GoPros, talk about everything like that one. You know, how the things was is I was promised when I went to Sirari, somebody set me up. Then when I went to Sirari there, I was placed in a, somebody calling? Goodness. Somebody? Put it forward. No problem. So when I went and somebody just hooked me up, then things went shagara bagara, you understand? Yes. And they just got me and they just put me behind the bars. Then a little bit, it was just 24 hours. Then I just sorted them whatever they needed and I just was billed out. Then when I came out, I found that they took my GoPro, they took my sunglasses, they took my cape. So when I talked about, okay, return my stuff then I go home. They talked about, somebody who stored the other things, he was not available. The only thing that they stored here is a phone, and they gave me the phone. But it was not securely protected because it was still on and it was put in the system. To make sure that even right now, whenever I'm just communicating, I think they're tracking it already. And that's the real factor what is coming out. And also, they just promised that, after 6 days, we'll just come and we'll give you your GoPro. And it was on Tuesday. I went to there so I can just pick my GoPro because they promised to go and take the GoPro. When I reached there, they started talking about, the person who is having the GoPro is in a weekend, I don't know what and what going to be coming next week again. So we have to squeeze you to the next week. And to the real panel, much of the people still talk about, much of the people talk about the quagmires here. They are still fighting much of the cases, again talking about, I don't know what and what. So just stupid and things that are not even responsible, you understand? And the real fact is, it's because of they see that, this kind of the person is making fame. Because it's the same when I was working and I made the fame, then they just disrupted me and talked about bad, and we just left the side. Then when we left the side, again they're coming back to mistreat, to misdulge, to just to do much of the things that they think about gonna be challenging us and putting us down, you understand? So the fact is we are not intimidated muchly, and I've just sent much of the warning to this kind of the demagogues who think about they're gonna be they're gonna be putting into down for their own survival. What I talked about is whenever you just think about you're gonna be turning me down, I'm gonna be turning you down too. That's a tit for tat is a fair game. You understand? And the real fact is if they're gonna be talking about the GoPro gonna be staying, because they're talking about the GoPro came because of the talk about the Didi uncle came with the GoPro and gave you the GoPro. So I never requested a GoPro from him. It's just, it came like a surprise. It came with a gift to me. And talked about, Gintu, I really like whatever you're just doing, and I need you to progress. Because he saw whatever I was doing. I was focused, determined, and I knew what I was doing at that time, because I was a chief chef, I was a fish ponder, and everything like that one. So the real fact is they think about now going to be storing that kind of a GoPro. It's going to be maybe taking them far, or I'm going to not film much of the video. Because much of the people, they think about, you must have a GoPro so we can film a video and become so clear. We can use a phone. You can use a phone.
Actually, your phone is very clear.
Yeah, I can use a phone and I can make it happen. And to the real fact is, much of the people think about, they're going to be now threatening you. They're going to be absolutely indulging and endorsing much of the things that will hurt you. So they can just feel that now they're so capable and now luring you or controlling you. That's what they need. But we cannot have much of the masters who cannot think, rethink, and auto-think. Because we have to get forward, but much of the people think about whenever Gintu is moving forward, whenever Ernesto is moving forward, whenever Lumumba is moving forward, they are feeling like it could be them moving. Because right now, much of the people, they have understood that we are having a competition in a way that people are putting out their ideas. An idea whereby if you come, we put our thoughts together. When we develop an idea, then the idea catches out much of the audience. They come out, talk about, oh, we are just talking about this kind of the people, this and this. Much of demoralization is there. Much of the people coming from the other side, coming to the comment section, talking lunatic words, and think about, oh, they're going to be now absolutely kicking you out of the game or kicking you this and this. But we are focused. We are ever standing to make it happen, because we ever been thrown into the pogroms, like being talking about, oh, this kind of the people go and subscribe. You understand it? But we never talked about, yes, it's now our last moment. But we had to wake up again. Keep your feet moving. Keep yourself warm and talk about you're gonna be moving. When you are frozen, you're gonna be completely frozen. There's nothing will ever happen. But when we talk about we're gonna be making it and putting your focus that I'm gonna be making this one, you understand that even this kind of the G Castle to come out here, it has been a long process. It has been a long way. Even intimidations in talking about all this kind of the people, they're gonna be getting some accidents. I've seen much of the accidents happening. It's because of we can talk about stupidity of the witchcraft, that there are much of the people talking to much of the people, or luring those kind of the words to much of the people that are gonna be happening. Then when it happens, they are also ashamed that, oh, you are just cursing your own village, you're cursing the only people you came and talked about you're going to be helping. Then you are coming to talk about all this kind of the people going to be getting. Yet you alone who is just criticizing this kind of the people, you understand that you are still a human being and you're going to be dying also. And the people are just indulging from the behind the scene, they're going to be even burying you too. So you will not go anywhere. Because if you are living in a village and you stay in a village, it seems that everything will be operational in the village. There's no one will come from America, no one will come from Australia to come and bury. It is the people who are around who will dig, because they will have to dig. When they will find that there is water, they have to put a pump to pump water out. Outside. That's the real fact. So the fact is, whatever you're just doing to you think about you are capable of withstanding the position of God, you are just a quagmire. It's just called the demagogues of the day. We don't have such kind of the postquams and the osquams of the day that do come. We have them. They have to develop. Yes, we have them and we struggle with them. Even Corona came and talked about we have to stay with it. That's the real fact. But when we ever get forward, and we are having this kind of the problems of we are facing much of the problem. Not everyone doesn't have a problem, but we have much of the problems. But they want to withstand that, oh, now if Gintu is having a YouTube channel because we came out with this kind of the platform and oriented this kind of the people to this kind of the program, now they want to take that program that it is theirs. That now they're going to be talking about, oh, Ernesto, no, I want you to do this way, I don't want you to do this way. That's what they need. They want to monitor, they want to control, which is not controllable. And when it came, the fact where things went very bad, it's a point whereby we had much of the people still talked about, oh, this kind of the people, whenever we send money to this kind of the guy and getting them into Kenya shillings, much of the people discussed and talked about, now let's send money direct to this kind of the people. That's where now the problem started, because at first, much of the money that was flowing to their accounts, much of the money that was coming to Nyabohansi, it was just passing through one person. Yeah, sure. So when much of the money started now disbursing, talking about, oh, we're going to be sending to you direct, no, I want you to make a video giving him the money. Yeah. So it started creating something like it was hurting much of the people. They could not know how to persevere safely. Think about, oh, how am I going to do this because I have some problems? Oh, why is this kind of the person given more money and I was the one who was, the money was sent to me? There's a person who can send you money. Talk about, oh, I'm sending you $100, which is around 12,000 Kenya shillings. Go get gain to 11,000, remain with 1,000. You feel like, no, why did the money pass through me? So they think about, now we're going to be going a half. But the intention was the other person to get. Maybe this kind of the person, it's maybe deflating behind, or this kind of the person is lacking something, that I could just send this money to this kind of the person. I was using you, now I'm paying you as a transfer person, and I'm just paying you as a service. It's like when you are sending money from your bank account, from this bank to another bank. They say that, no, why are you sending a lot of this money to this account and they will cut a half or half. The bank cannot do that one. So they will send whatever you want you to send, and they will remain with their transfer. That's what is always. But to the real fact in Nyabuhanse, things are abrupt. Things are different. Whenever a person is sent this, they will talk about, no, you know, they start talking about, you know, boy, you know, I was having some things like freezer. You understand the freezer is there. Oh, you know, when you send the money, I was having a freezer, it ate the money, so I'll send him 5,000, which is remaining. And the real fact is that this kind of the people are taking advantage, opportunists of that time. So even this kind of the G Castle to stand here, if it could be so, now the people talk about, you understand, it will come a time that much of the people talk about, no, I want you to be like Gintu, you understand, look at Gintu is living here and there, and then this, and then this is continuing. But the real fact of the time, it will be that particular time. But when it could be the other time that they were talking bad, they were talking about, you know, this kind of the people, they'll go nowhere, they'll just have nothing. But right now they see things are just getting straight to the point. So what I can just make sure that much of the people are getting is that never lose hope. Because when you lose hope and you give up, that's where now the things get worse. Because the teams that were taken to be so serious and to be taking over the game into Nyabuhanse, they're no longer available. And right now, everybody is embarrassed. Everybody's talking about, why am I waiting for this kind of a person to come and reselect my channel? Why can't you do it? That every time you have to talk about, oh, this kind of the person is good to the village. What has he done? Can you count even 5 things that he has done good? And talk about, okay, these are the 5 things that he has done good, and talk about it. Chasing much of the workers and talking bad about people, huh? And talking about being lured with something so you can just give some people a shout out. That's what much of the people think about. That, oh, this kind of the person helped me. Look at the people who ever talked about, oh, I have a cow, I have a goat, and I went with to the swamp. What happened to them? What has happened to them? They're just right now. They're just talking about, if I could know, I could struggle the way I was struggling. And the fact is, much of the people are starting much of the YouTube channel like content creator. They want to start it up. Never engage with such kind of the people who have conditions that you should fulfill this, and I fulfill you this way. That's what the much of the people are talking. And much of the people, they never saw this kind of the hint that was coming out. Like you have every time you have to tag his name. You have to put the name there as onto your title. So as you could be, whoever is searching for this kind of the name will ever talk about, yeah, this kind of the person, maybe why are people using this kind of the person always? It's because of much of the people, they feel like when you say this way, and that's how this kind of the audience they are, that whenever you don't mention the name of Ernesto, you are no longer available. Whenever you don't mention, whenever you mention, you are available. Whenever you don't mention, no one can watch. That's what the mistreatment that was there. So it was not fulfilling our own luxury way. Talking about this is how we want us to live. And for the real fact is, for the people who are starting much of the YouTube channels coming out, they should understand themselves that things, and tomorrow is another day. Things come changing every time. And for them to change, make sure that you are possessed, determined, and focused that this is what I want to do at a particular time. When I started to have this kind of the GCAS, I talked about I want to be starting with a single step. Like, let me start with the materials. Like for us to start with something, we have to start with the materials. They should be there, and we should have what's called how is it called? Ramani, naito?
A map. Is it or not?
The stuff that is showing this the house here. It's like a sketch map, talking about a sketch map, like a plan, like a plan, exactly. So which is will show us that this is how the house will be, and engage with the engineer, ask about hey, how do you see this kind of the stuff here, how much and which kind of the material do you need. Maybe you can talk about, okay, let me have some material before you have a plan. Then things will just go abrupt, and they talk about, no, we don't use this kind of the ballast, we don't use this kind of the sand. You have to ask first. So that's what I did. And when the G Castle is now standing here, much of the things I had planned for it, like 4 months, talk about 8 months ago, because I started 4 months to prepare for the material. Much of the people talk about, oh, Gintu, you are just moving so califragistically good, or it's now standing. But I started planning 8 months ago. Right now it has some 4 months now approaching, 4 months here. And I have made it happen because we are squeezing ourselves to make it happen. We are in a 4 month and it's now standing, and we are just making it happen. So for us to make sure that we are determined, I talked about I want to have it. Every day whenever I woke up, I see the plan. and I talk about what today I have. Somebody has talked about Gintu. Can you go to a hotel and relax yourself? I talk about a hotel doesn't matter. What matters is what am I going to do here. So what matters is how much is the sand one tipper. I'll talk about one truck. Talk about okay, we have the bricks here. I have some people to formulate bricks, and one brick is 2 shillings. And if I have 1,000, I have 500 bricks. Why can't I give them that kind of the 500 or 1,000 to have 500 bricks there? And that's what I was just rolling myself. Whenever I wake up, I see the plan. I talk about we're gonna be making it happen. That's how everything is going up to date. I talk about I have the finished plan of it. I see it and talk about what is next. Let me see what is next. I always imply and make sure that things are coming out decisively and making sure that much of the things are going to be coming to the correct value. That's how we possess ourselves. But when a person is coming out, talk about, oh, now you have much of the cases, now they want Gintu every time to run to the custody, running to the police station, running to this kind of the side, running to the other side. They want about, oh, Gintu to be helter-skelter on the road and talk about it's the case A, case B, case D, case D, case C. Every time is Gintu has this way, Gintu is going this way. They feel like now the way they mistreat you or mishandle you, that's the way they think about this kind of the thing now is handled properly. You understand? Yes. But the real fact is we are strong enough. And the more they think about, they're going to be taking my old gadget, talking about the GoPro, talking about the stand, it's there. And my sunglasses, my hat is there. Everything, they have them there. And they think about now, they're going to be talking about Gintu will never wear the hat, you understand? And the cap here, he will never wear the sunglasses. Yes, I don't have right now, because they were so expensive for me to purchase, I don't have that kind of the money to purchase again. So that's the real fact. So the thing is, they understand the value of a GoPro. They know a GoPro can cost in Kenya shillings or in US dollars more than 500 USD. Yeah, sure. And when they calculate it, they talk about, oh, now Gintu gonna be going to buy another one, so let's take this one here, let us keep it here. So whenever you're gonna be talking about surrender, whenever you go there, they're talking about, you know, you understand, or this kind of the people, they're gonna be, oh, gonna be buying, or they're gonna be retaining it, so they can just talk about, okay, stay with it. You understand? Yeah. So they can just sell it, or they're gonna be staying with it, so they can just give you a punishment. And what I see right now is a punishment that Gintu cannot give out some videos. But I always make sure that I'm always having this kind of the program. Even the phone to come out, it had been a problem. I was given this kind of the phone at night. After phone calls coming from east, west and south. Why can't you give me my phone? Only a phone. Okay, give me the phone, then I go. Because the phone is everything. But they take some things like in a way that they think about they're going to be controlling everything. And when I went yesterday, but one, they talked about, oh, there's another boy who has arrived here talking bad about you. What's the problem again with them was? They talked about who is this kind of the person. It's the same demagogues here. They're talking about, oh, we're going to be, oh, this kind of the person came and filmed my house. How many houses have people filmed? How many houses people have filmed? It's a looking like much of the people they want now to talk about Gintu gonna be staying in the road or staying in the custody. That's what they think about. They're gonna be persevering. And the real fact is, I'm not intimidated. I'm not insulted the way they think, and I'm no longer getting down. To the real fact is, we have to struggle to make it happen. We are trying our best to make sure that even the things that we are doing, look at the environment here. I talked about, oh, we're gonna be having the last time whenever they before they could just get me, I had planned that the following day I could just go and disburse much of. I came from Nairobi, and the day I arrived here, I shot a video. I was wearing the sunglasses, and it was the day I was going to the border. Then they captured me. It was at the time I could get from border. Then I come to Mogesi to check because I had an accident and Mayani. So before I could come back, I was now restrained there. And the real fact is the following day was the day for me to disburse much of the clothing and the sanitary needs to the ladies. So they went with me there. So much of the people came and waited. I was no longer available. Then I had to do what? I had to evacuate. And I was there. Talk about they're going to be storing me there a little bit. Then they stored me for 24 hours. Then I came out. It was the next day at night already. So the following day, which was the following day, I had to come and organize the party, and it was it. Maybe we have much of the things that will ever come to your position. Don't take them like a failure. Maybe they are there to overcome or to bring you to the top side. So it's the fact that even yesterday we had a party which was so successful, and we're going to be having another party on Sunday. Much of the people are just there listening and keeping it looked. We're going to be having a back to school. We're going to be having sanitary needs there. We're going to be having books. We're going to be having pens. We're going to be having pencils. Sometimes if we're going to be having money that's enough, we're going to be buying even bags. Yeah. For this kind of the people. Even whenever we're going to see, we go forward and see that much of the people don't have some fee, we're going to be paying for them. That's what I'm just aiming forward. Yesterday it was for talk about the elderly. The elderly people, they were just having some party there a little bit, and they just cherished, and they came across and talked about it. This is how the things will be. So they cannot talk about why Gint always we are calling ladies, we are calling children. Why about us? So I considered them. And I cooked for them. I had much of the meals there, and they just ate satisfied, and they talked about thank you very much. That's what we call about inshallah. So what we are just aiming for is to make sure that we are moving in appropriate manner, and that's what we are. And I'm just eyeing forward to make sure that the party gonna be coming on Sunday, which is the how many days from today?
Today,
some 2 days to go.
Yeah,
it's tomorrow on Friday,
yeah.
Then on Saturday,
Yeah,
then on
2 days.
Sunday. We're going to be having a back to school party for the children to enjoy, get some utensils, talk about not utensils again. You don't talk about the kitchen, the head is in the kitchen. So don't worry. Talk about stationaries. They're called stationaries.
Yeah.
Going to be called the stationaries. So they can just have them, much of the, talk about the high school ladies, whoever they can talk about, we have little money remaining, going to be having rim papers here, because talk about some of them, they'll talk, oh, Gintu, you know, this kind of the things, I have them. So how can you reconsider me? I talk about to get the transport money, go back to school. That's the best moment. So keep it tuned, keep it locked. Much of the things going to be coming to you live, which is one-on-one. It's underscore Gintu. Keep it locked. Much of the things, they're going to be satisfying you with them.
Wow.
Thank you.
Always enough
Locked.
love.
Yeah, exactly.
Kidogo tu nipige introduction.